So welcome to yet another tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to draft the pattern for this neckline. That's a shirt collar, like this one you're seeing on this dress. So we are going to learn how to draft the pattern. We're also going to learn how to sew the neck together, and then going ahead to also attach it to the dress. So the first thing you want to do is to place your tape from one end of the neckline to the other end of the neckline. Don't stretch the material, please. So you just take your tape, round it like so, and whatever measurement you get, I got 18 1/4, you divide it into 2. Now moving on to the paper, I'm going to place what I got. After doing that, I'm now going to come down by 1 inch. Please make sure that the base of your paper is straight. Then I'm going to use my curve ruler to create a curve like this. After that, you're going to go ahead to mark 1.5 inch. That's the wideness I want, 1.5 inch. I'm going to mark it all the way to the point where the measurements or the width of the neckline is. I'm also going to go ahead to make use of my curve ruler to connect the dots. If you do not have a curve ruler, you can make use of your hand to attach it by using the free hand. Just use your hand to connect it. Now I'm coming in by 1/4 inch to create that curve. 1/4 inch. Then I'm coming up by 1 inch, and then at the beginning of that, just here, I came in by 1 inch. And then I'm going to connect the curve from that point to this other point here. Now I'm going to go up by 3.5 inch. If you choose, you can make it 3 inches, but I came up by 3.5 inch, and I'm going to create a straight line like this. And then on this other part, I came up by 2.5 inch. Now I'm going to connect the curve like so from that point to this other point where I marked 2.5 inch. So I'm just going ahead now to cut the pattern out exactly the markings. I'm not going to add any allowance to it. If you notice, when I was marking, I did not add any allowance. The allowance will be added when I'm going to be cutting it on the fabric. Now on the pattern that we use to mark out the neck, make sure to mark the side that is down and the side that is up, so that you do not make a mistake. Now I'm going to be making use of this interface to iron or to place it on the fabric we are going to be using for the neck. It's called a gum stay. There is a side that has gum on it, whereas the other side doesn't have. So you make sure to place that side that has the gum on the wrong side of the fabric, which is what I'm doing. Now after ironing it on one side, I also turn it to the front to iron it so that the gum will be well ironed and it will be smooth. Now I've gone ahead to pin down the pattern on the clothes, just like you see me doing. And remember that we did not add allowance while we were cutting the pattern. So now that I'm cutting it on the fabric, just take notes to see how I'm drafting it, how I'm cutting it out rather. I'm cutting it out and I'm adding allowance all around the paper. Just take notes, guys. Whatever you see me doing, just do the same while you're cutting yours too. I'm going to be making use of this interface, which is called the paper stay. It also has a side that has gum and a side that doesn't have gum. So I've gone ahead to also iron it, and I'm going to be using the one we've already cut out to cut it out also. Now you may be wondering why I didn't make use of the same interface I used for this other one that is white. I don't want it to be too hard. I want it to be hard, yes, but not too hard. If you make use of the same gum stay on the other side, it's going to be too hard, and I've noticed that my clients don't usually like it when it's that hard. So I make use of hard on one side and soft on the other side. Now the part of the neck which we added a strong interface, the allowance which you added to it, I've gone ahead to notch that part the allowance starts from. Now I'm going to iron it to make sure it is properly ironed again. Now I'm going to fold that part like so, not the side that is curved, not the upper side, but the lower side, the side that will be attached directly on the material. So that is the side I'm ironing like this. It is on the one that we have already put a strong interface, not the one that has a soft interface. Now make sure to notch the center like you see me doing. If you have watched to this point, I want to say a very big thank you for watching to this point. Please don't forget to subscribe and also share to your friends. Thank you. Please remember to indicate the side that is up and the side that is down when you have cut out the paper. So the side that we are going to be sewing is the upper part, not the down side. We are going to be sewing the upper part and not the down side. Please make sure to indicate it on your paper so you do not make the mistake. So that's the side we are going to close. That's the side I'm sewing right now. After trimming it off, I'm going to turn it out. Then after turning it out, I'm going to go ahead to my pressing table to give it a very good press and make it very flat. Now you want to make sure you get the center of the neckline. After doing this, marking that, getting the center of the neckline on the dress, you also place the center of the collar that you want to attach to the neck. Make sure that it is the part that has the light interface that you place on the material. And now you begin sewing